Hello, welcome to Unit 1 and 2 with Peter. Unit 1, Digestion and Respiration. The human body is made of cells. Cells make tissues, organs, and systems that perform basic life processes. Cells are like little animals because they perform basic life processes of nutrition, interaction, and reproduction. Cells have three parts: the nucleus, the membrane, and the cytoplasm. Cells work together to make tissues. Some examples of tissues are skin tissues, fat tissues, bone tissues, muscle tissues, and nervous tissues. Tissues work together to form organs like the brain, the stomach, liver, and heart. Organs work together to form systems, to perform basic life processes of nutrition, interaction, and reproduction. Nutrition, where does our food go, is made of a team of systems: the digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, and excretory system. Interaction, the world around us, is made of the muscular system, the skeletal system, the nervous system, and the endocrine system. Reproduction, making babies, is made of the male and female reproductive system. The digestive system, where does our food go? The digestive system breaks down food into nutrients. After, it absorbs nutrients and eliminates waste. The digestive system is made up of the alimentary canal and glands. The digestive system works with three processes. Digestion. Food enters into the mouth, where the teeth cut food and the tongue mixes food with saliva. This mix turns into the bolus, and the bolus goes to the pharynx, through the esophagus to the stomach. In the stomach, the bolus mixes with gastric juices, and the bolus changes into a paste called chyme. Chyme then goes into the small intestine. Absorption. In the small intestine, chyme mixes with intestinal juices, bile, and pancreatic juice. This mix is called chyle. Small intestine absorbs nutrients in the chyle, and the nutrients go into the blood. The rest of the paste goes into the large intestine. Elimination. The large intestine absorbs water from paste and turns the waste into feces, and feces leaves the body through the anus. Healthy food. Most food comes from living things, plants and animals, with some minerals, salt for example. Food has nutrients that help the body. The most important nutrients are water, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals. Carbohydrates. The body breaks down carbohydrates into sugar for energy. Bread, cereal, pasta, potatoes are all carbohydrates. Fats. The body uses fats for energy, growth, and to stay warm. Some fats are oil, donuts. Proteins. The body uses proteins to grow and repair tissues, such as muscle and skin. Some examples of proteins are fish, meat, eggs, dairy products, beans, and nuts. Vitamins and minerals. The body uses vitamin and minerals to help the body work properly and to stay healthy. Some vitamins and minerals are fruits and vegetables. To stay healthy, we should eat a balanced diet. 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day, a healthy breakfast with bread, milk, cereal, yogurt, fruit, and juice. And we should eat slowly. Eating is not a race. The respiratory system is important for nutrition. It extracts oxygen from the air and eliminates carbon dioxide that cells produce. The respiratory system has various parts. Now we'll talk about the process of the respiratory system. First, air goes in the nasal passages, where it gets warm and moist. Then the pharynx takes air from the nose and mouth to the larynx. Food also goes from the pharynx into the esophagus. Around the alveoli, there are tiny The larynx is between the pharynx and the trachea. The vocal cords are part of the larynx. They help us speak. The trachea is a long tube with hard rings. It divides into 2 big branches called bronchi. One bronchus goes to the right lung, and the other bronchus goes to the left lung. The lungs are 2 soft organs that contain the bronchioles and millions of alveoli. Each bronchus divides into many small branches called bronchioles. At the end of each bronchiole, there are tiny sacs called alveoli. Around the alveoli, there are tiny tubes called capillaries that contain blood. The alveoli and the capillaries have got very thin walls, so gases can go through them. Now let's talk about breathing. We breathe through inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, or breathing in, is when the air goes in the alveoli, and then oxygen into the capillaries, and then blood carries oxygen to all cells in the body. Exhalation, breathing out. In the lungs, carbon dioxide goes through walls of capillaries and into the alveoli, and leaves body when you breathe out. Unit 2, circulation and excretion. The circulatory system takes oxygen and nutrients to all tissues in the body and picks up waste like carbon dioxide. Then it takes waste to organs that eliminate them. The circulatory system is made up of the heart plus blood vessels plus blood. The heart is a natural pump that pushes blood through the blood vessels. The heart contains 4 open spaces called chambers. The 2 upper chambers are the right atrium and the left atrium. The 2 lower chambers are the right ventricle and the left ventricle. When blood goes into the heart, it enters the right atrium or the left atrium, then goes to the ventricles. When the ventricles contract, they push the blood out of the heart. And the septum divides the heart into 2 sides, right and left. Blood vessels are tubes that carry blood around the body. There are 3 types. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to other tissues. AA, arteries away from the heart. And veins that carry blood back to heart. Veins back. Veins carry blood back to the heart. And capillaries, which are small and connect arteries and veins. They have thin walls, so gases, nutrients, and waste products can go through them. Blood is made of liquid plasma and blood cells. There are 3 types of blood cells. Platelets that form a solid clot when a blood vessel cuts. Red blood cells, which carry oxygen and carbon dioxide, and white blood cells that fight infection. The blood circulates through 2 circuits, pulmonary circulation and general circulation. In pulmonary circulation, blood flows from the heart to lungs. In the lungs, carbon dioxide is released and oxygen picked up. The oxygenated blood flows back to the heart. In general circulation, blood flows from the heart to the rest of the body. Oxygen goes into the tissues and picks up carbon dioxide. Deoxygenated blood flows back to the heart. Deoxygenated blood flows into the right atrium and then into the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood through the pulmonary artery to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood picks up oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Then the oxygenated blood goes back through the pulmonary veins to the heart. The oxygenated blood goes into the left atrium and then the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood through the aorta to the rest of the body. Oxygen, nutrients, carbon dioxide, and waste products are exchanged between the tissues and the blood. The superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava carry deoxygenated blood to the heart. The excretory system eliminates waste and harmful substances from the body. It is made up of the sweat glands and urinary tract. The urinary tract has kidneys, filter blood to remove waste, mixes water with waste to produce urine. Ureters carry urine to the bladder. The bladder stores urine and the urethra carries urine out of the body. So, the kidneys filter blood to remove waste, mixes water with waste to produce urine. The ureters carry urine to the bladder. The bladder stores urine, and the urethra carries urine out of the body. The urinary tract filters blood and removes waste products and harmful substances. The renal arteries carry blood to the kidneys.